What is up, guys? This is Mike Olson with the Moody Olson team, and this is our channel Moving to Las Vegas. And today we're doing something a little bit new. This is going to be a solo video, and what I'm going to do is we're going to bring up the map. We're going to bring up some reports that I was able to generate, and what I'm going to go over today is my personal pick for the 5 best neighborhoods if you are stationed at Nellis Air Force Base. Let's get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the map right here. So getting right into it, the first neighborhood that I want to talk about is going to be Tule Springs. Now Tule Springs is going to be right up here in the north central part of town. So we'll go ahead and click on it right here so you can see the outline. There it is. Tule Springs is going to cover a pretty big area up here just north of the 215 loop and just to the east of Interstate 11. And that is going to be about a 20-minute commute if you're traveling every day back and forth to Nellis Air Force Base. Let's go ahead and verify that for you. We'll switch this up right here. We're going to say Nellis Air Force Base. All right, so let's change this to, let's say 0630. Got to get you there in time for PT. So coming from Tule Springs, you're looking at about 20 to 35 minutes, depending on traffic on any given day. So that's not too bad. I know I've had much further commutes than that. Now, if you do decide you want to live in Tule Springs, let's figure out how much it's going to cost you to buy a house. So this is a report that I generated just today. So all of these numbers are current and up to date. And as you can see right now, median home value in Tule Springs is going to be right at about $609,000 with the median sales price at $655,000. Now that's important because if you look at this number right down here, it shows you that the median list price is $710,000. So that means that the folks who are selling their homes in Tule Springs are pricing them very aggressively. However, you can see that the price that they're selling for is coming in about $60,000 under the list price. So that means that when you call me or when you call Justin and you say, hey Mike, I want to buy a home in Tule Springs, and I only want to spend $675, we're not just going to look at $675 and under. We're going to go all the way up to about $725 and under because we know that we can make an aggressive offer on those homes. We have a fairly decent shot at that offer getting accepted. Let's look at what's on the market right now. So this is a current snapshot of active listings on the market. As you can see, there's currently 10 homes on the market at a median price of about $687,000. That doesn't mean that you can't afford to get in there, though. You can get in there for as low as $385, and then obviously if you're big ballin', if you got that big, colonel money, or if you're a flag grade officer, maybe you can get in here into this 1.1 million. But plenty of options in there. I did go ahead and limit the homes that I searched for between 3 bedrooms and 5 bedrooms. So those are going to be the most common homes that people are looking for, particularly if you're active duty military, in the age range of looking to purchase a home. Chances are you're going to be somewhere between E5 and O5. Chances are, for the most part, you're generally talking about married couples, usually with a couple of kids. So 3-4 bedrooms is what we're usually looking at. Those are generalities, guys. Of course, I know that doesn't describe everybody. Obviously, if you're a single airman, you're looking for something smaller, we can definitely help you there too. Plenty of condos in the areas that we're talking about here as well. So whether you're looking for a single family residence or if you're looking for a condo, we got you covered either way. Make sure you reach out. All right, so what else do we want to know about Tule Springs? Well, how about let's find out where your kids are going to go to school. So if you have high school age kids, I kept it limited to high school because obviously if I went through every school in every neighborhood, this video would be an hour long. So this area is largely served by Shadow Ridge High School. And as you can see by this report, Shadow Ridge High School it's a pretty good school by Las Vegas standards. As you may or may not know, Las Vegas has not necessarily the best school system in the nation, but we do have schools that perform quite well. Shadow Ridge is one of them. You can see it gets an overall grade of a B, with a B for academics and a C plus for the teachers. So, average on the teachers, a little above average on overall and academic grades. Now, if we live in Tule Springs, where are we going to eat? Where are we going to shop? Let's find out. So I'm pretty familiar with this area. I actually live relatively close by. I live right over here in this area over here. So it's just down the road. I can tell you right now that your main shopping area, depending on what part of Tule Springs you live in, it's probably going to be right down here. You have a Walmart Supercenter right here. You have a Costco right here. You got Best Buy, plenty of restaurants in this area. I believe you got a Planet Fitness right here if you're looking for some place to work out other than on the military base. Why you would pay for a gym membership when you could work out for free on the base, I don't know, but maybe that's what you want to do. Who am I to judge? And then right across the highway here, you got your Target shopping center. It's got Hobby Lobby. You got Winco Foods. You got plenty of options right here. Now, if you live over on the other side of Tule Springs, you may do your shopping over here right off of Interstate 11. You have an Albertsons over here, and you got your Lowe's. So if you're doing home improvement, if you're into more of the health food type shopping, there's a Sprouts Market over here. And I got to tell you, this is one of my favorite breakfast places in all of Las Vegas right here. This is called Eggworks. If you go there, try their Bloody Mary. I promise you won't be disappointed. But that's going to be Tule Springs, guys. So let's go ahead and move on to the next neighborhood. And that next neighborhood is going to be Kyle Canyon. So Kyle Canyon, just to the west of Tule Springs. It encompasses this Interstate 11 stretch right here. It's just north of Centennial Hills, which is on the list, by the way. And the commute time from Kyle Canyon to Nellis Air Force Base. Let's see here. Flip this around. Let's take a look. And we're going to say we're leaving at that same 0630. All right, there you go. Kyle Canyon to Nellis Air Force Base, 20 to 35 minutes, typical traffic at 6:30 in the morning. So that's not too bad, a little over a half hour in the worst case scenario. Very reasonable commute, especially when you consider just how nice that area is. Let's take a look at where your kids are going to go to school if you have kids. So Kyle Canyon is largely served by Arborview High School. Arborview, much like the previous high school that we talked about, Shadow Ridge, slightly above average, so doing pretty good. Again, you got an overall grade of a B plus with an academic grade of a B and a teacher grade of a B. So Arborview High School, pretty good school, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on market activity wise over there. All right, so a little bit more affordable than Tule Springs. You have a median home value, $541,000, with median list price of homes at $640 and a median sales price of $539. So that's a pretty significant difference. Again, we can be pretty aggressive with our offers if we are looking to purchase a home in that area. So just got to tell us what you're looking for and how much you want to spend. We'll find the ones that we can get negotiated down into your price point. Let's take a look at what's currently on the market. Looks like we got about 10 properties on the market in Kyle Canyon that fit that 3-bedroom to 5-bedroom range that I set, with a low price of $470,000 and a high price of about $1.6 million. Median price $653,000. So again, a little higher than average for the entire city of Las Vegas, but for an area as nice as Kyle Canyon, depending on what your rank is and what you're getting for your BAH, could be very affordable for you. There's also quite a few condos in that area as well, townhomes. So if that's what you're interested in, we can find you that. Let's take a look at your shopping and dining options in that area. Go back to the map here. I can tell you right now, there's a couple of great shopping areas up here, starting with this one right here. This is going to be the Skye Canyon Shopping Center. And if you go back and check out our Skye Canyon neighborhood vlog, we actually did some aerial B-roll over there, and we drove around there and got some B-roll out the window of the car, so you get a better idea of what that looks like. But this is a really nice shopping center. It has this Smith's Marketplace, which is like a Super Smith's. It has a very, very upscale bougie vibe in there. Lots of great options for your shopping. Here's another great breakfast restaurant here, the Omelet Cafe. Highly recommended. Huge omelets though, so be aware of that if you do get one. And if you remember our Best Burgers video, that Best Burgers video was filmed right over here at the Bob's Big Boy, which is right here on the corner of this building. I'm not sure why it's not showing up on the map, but that's where it is. As you can see, you have plenty of other shopping options in this area. There's chiropractor, pet hospital, the bar and grill. If you shop at Smith's, there's a Smith's Fuel Center right there, so you can take advantage of your fuel points. And then you got plenty of parks in this area as well. All of these areas that I chose are not lacking for green space, guys. There's plenty of parks, plenty of playgrounds. Some of these parks have splash pads. So you got a lot of options going on in these areas for outdoor entertainment. I'll talk about some of them as well. All of these areas are going to be fairly close to Tule Springs Ranch. They're going to be close to Floyd Lamb Park. As you can see, all these other little green spaces that we have on the map scattered just throughout these neighborhoods. Gilcrease Nature Sanctuary is a fantastic option. So, if you want to get outside and get some fresh air with your kids, that's not difficult. If you're looking to get out and play some golf, I'll go into some of the golf courses around the area as well. You guys know that's one of my favorites. But let's go ahead and move on to the next neighborhood. And that next neighborhood is going to be my neighborhood. This is the area I live in, and it is Centennial Hills. So, as you can see, Centennial Hills is right here. It surrounds this 215 Interstate 11 interchange. I actually live kind of down in this area on the southwest side, relatively close to this golf course right here, Painted Desert. Check out our best budget courses in Vegas. Painted Desert is on the list. So if you live in Centennial Hills, or if you're interested in purchasing a home in Centennial Hills, let's take a look at the market activity report here. Very reasonable compared to the last two neighborhoods, guys. One of the reasons I bought here is because of just how much house you can get for your money. As you can see, median home value is about $466,000. And median sales price is $470 with a median list price of $560. So again, we can be real aggressive with those offers when we're shopping for a home in this area. Let's see what we have on the market. Looks like for the 10 listings that it put into our report here, we have a low price of $281,000. That's going to be a townhome. I've actually taken a look at that listing. And a high price of about 1.6 million with a median price of about 500,000. And that checks out with my research that I've done on this area as well. Homes in this area tend to move pretty quick. You're looking at about 22 days on market in RPR. Let's take a look at the school report. So if you got high school age kids and you live in Centennial Hills, they're going to more than likely end up going to Centennial High School. Again, slightly above average, so pretty good by Las Vegas standards. You're looking at an overall grade of a B, B minus for academics, C plus for teachers. I got to tell you, my kids go to this school and I haven't had any problems. I've actually been fairly impressed. by the quality of the interactions I've had with the staff. And, you know, my kids are doing well in school, which I'm very, very grateful for. So, you know, these grades, obviously these grades matter that they put on these reports. However, you also need to have some personal hands-on experience interacting with the staff and seeing what the school is actually about. I can tell you from personal experience, I've already had one kid graduate from this school. I got two more that are attending this school right now. And it's a pretty good school. I don't really have any complaints. So let's move on to the next neighborhood. And that next neighborhood is going to be Skye Canyon. So Skye Canyon is going to overlap pretty significantly with Kyle Canyon, but it is going to include some of these homes down here in some of these small little micro neighborhoods that they call them. You know, and if you guys are shopping for a home, we're not actually going to use, I'm not just going to go into the MLS and type in Skye Canyon. What we're going to do is we're going to essentially choose an area that you want to live in, and we're either going to draw custom geometries on the map to determine where you want to be, or we're just going to grab a large corner of the town by dragging a box across the map, capture everything within that box, and then we'll whittle it down from there. It's a really easy process, and quite frankly, that's what you're you know, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for our expertise and our willingness and ability to find the home that you're looking for. So let's take a look here. If we go to the Skye Canyon report here, you can get a better idea. Okay, so there's a better idea of what Skye Canyon is considered for real estate purchasing purposes. So you can see here, this is Interstate 11 or State Highway 95, whichever you want to call it. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the market numbers. So, you know, closer to the Kyle Canyon numbers, a little bit more expensive than Centennial Hills. Median home value 562 with a median sales price of 630 and a list price of 680. Taking a look at the listings that it put into the report, gives us a median price of 656.5 with a low at 470 and a high at 890. So a more narrow range of home prices than we've seen in the previous reports. However, there is something there for a couple of different budgets. You know, if you're sub 500 is going to be a lot easier if you're, say, maybe an E5 or an E6. Obviously, if you're more of a senior NCO or maybe a field grade or a company grade officer, you know, you might be able to get in up here closer between 7 and 8. So I don't know. I have to look into what's BAH right now. I'm not even sure. Let's take a look at the school. So if you're in Skye Canyon, it just depends on where in Skye Canyon you are. You may have your kids be assigned to Centennial, which we obviously just took a look at, or your kids may be assigned to Arborview. So Arborview is probably the best school that is going to be on this list. It's going to have an overall grade of a B+ with a academic grade of a B and a teacher grade of a B. So that's going to be a pretty good rating here in Las Vegas. So Arborview is a very well regarded school. And then let's take a look and see where you're going to be shopping. Again, you're probably going to be shopping in this Skye Canyon marketplace, or if you're not going to be shopping there, then you may be shopping down here on this stretch of Durango right here. I do a lot of shopping in this area right here. Montecito Marketplace is where the grocery store that I do most of my shopping is. This Smith's right here. There's also a whole bunch of really good restaurants in this area. Everything from, you got the Shucks Tavern, so if you're looking for some place to grab a drink, or if you're like me and you really like oysters and po' boys, Shucks Tavern's a good option. The Market Grill Cafe right here is another great option. It's a combination of Greek and Italian food, family-owned local restaurant chain, highly recommended. Rachel's Kitchen, if you're into healthier options, is a great option. So I would consider that. For most of these areas, your medical care is going to be covered right here by Centennial Hills Hospital. Actually, you know what? Check that. This video is for the military. You guys are getting your stuff at O'Callahan Medical Center. And then you have some additional shopping down here. You got the Kohl's, and there's a sporting goods store, etc. Another shopping center that's going to be pretty centrally located for most of these neighborhoods is going to be right down here off of Centennial Center Boulevard. Down here you have the Walmart Supercenter, you have the Sam's Club, that's the one I shop at as well. If you need, there's a Total Wine. If you're moving here from out of state, Total Wine is a gigantic liquor store where you can get just about anything you can imagine. And we got Harbor Freight. Down here, there's a Sportsman's Warehouse if you're into outdoor type stuff. You have the UFC Fit. This is actually the gym I work out at. And Trader Joe's, if you're into the Trader Joe's lifestyle, that's right there. So let's move on and let's take a look at our final neighborhood. So for this final neighborhood, what I did was I chose a zip code. And that zip code is 80931. And so this is going to be North Las Vegas. We do have another video on North Las Vegas, a couple of them actually, so feel free to check those out. But this zip code is going to cover this central area right here, right around Craig Ranch Park. And this is a great area, you know, if you're, say, a junior NCO, you know, you're looking E5, E6, you might be on a little bit tighter of a budget. You're going to have more options in this area when it comes to the ability to purchase a home. A lot of new construction going in over here as well, guys. So keep in mind that there's some brand new options as well. So let's take a look at the market report for 89031. Boom, look at that. See that estimated home value, $416,000. List price $430, sales price $418. So tons of value to be found in this area. Let's look at what's on the market right now. Yeah, so low price of $360,000, high price of $525. Looking at price per square foot at $258. The homes are going to be a little bit smaller. They're going to be a little bit more densely located. The neighborhoods are going to be packed together a little bit closer. But guys, I've spent a lot of time over here. I've driven around here. I've actually sold houses in this area, and it's a very nice neighborhood. Let's take a look. So if you live in this North Las Vegas neighborhood, 89031, chances are your kid's going to go to Mojave High School. Now this is going to be, fair warning, this is going to be the lowest rated school. So this school comes in at a dead average C. You know, not the best school on the list, obviously. Academic grade C minus, teacher grade of C. So this is definitely a school that is still working on itself. Let's just say that they are. I know that they're making efforts across the board throughout all of Clark County to improve the schools. Mojave is still working on it. They're still getting there. However, keep in mind a C means average, right? It's not excellent, but it's not terrible either. And trust me, there are some terrible schools in Las Vegas. So not a bad school by any stretch of the imagination. Let's take a look at where you're going to be hanging out. Here in this neighborhood, so your shopping is largely going to be right here off of either Ann or Craig Road. So as you can see over here on Ann, you have this little cluster of stores and restaurants right here. There's an Albertsons over here and a Walmart neighborhood market. Or over here near Craig Ranch Regional Park, which is a fantastic park, by the way. You got quite a bit more shopping. You have, look at this, you got PetSmart, you got Office Depot, you got Harbor Freight, tons of restaurants over here, Smart and Final. There's the O'Reilly and the Planet Fitness. And let me see here. What do we got? Burlington. Oh, boom. There's your Smith's right there. So that's your grocery store right there. Plenty of dining options in this area. Plenty of outdoor entertainment. You have Craig Ranch Park. You can see all these other little green spaces around here. Now, if you enjoy playing golf like I do and like my partner Justin does, your options in this part of town are going to be Los Prados and Painted Desert, these are sister courses. They're both part of that Arcus membership that we told you about during our golf video. Both really good courses, well worth the money, great value courses. Or of course you could play on the golf course over on the Air Force Base if you so choose. Or, you can stretch your legs and drive out elsewhere and see what else you can find here in the valley. All right, guys. So just to sum things up, my 5 neighborhood recommendations if you are getting stationed at Nellis Air Force Base, those are going to be Tule Springs, Kyle Canyon, Centennial Hills, Skye Canyon, and 89031 or Central North Las Vegas. All fantastic neighborhoods, plenty of options housing wise in all of those neighborhoods for any budget, all the way down to 300,000 and then up into the luxury category over $1 million. So we talked about the schools, we talked about the shopping, we talked about the outdoor entertainment. Guys, what questions do you have for me? What neighborhoods would you like me to tell you about? Make sure you leave a comment below. Guys, make sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notified whenever we put out new videos. We're doing 2 every single week. Also, if you need lending help, make sure you reach out to our lending partners, Steve Shower and Linda Vo with Security National Mortgage. They are the best in town. They can help you out with whatever lending needs you have. They can tell you what you qualify for. They can tell you what kind of rate you can get. They can tell you how to get where you need to be. So if you're not qualified for the loan you want right now, if you're in a place where you can't buy that dream home yet, Steve and Linda can help you get there. They can give you the path so that you can come to me and Justin, tell us you're ready to buy that home. We can help you find your dream home here in the Las Vegas Valley. In the meantime, guys, I'm Mike with the Moody Olson team, and this is Moving to Las Vegas, and I'll see you next time.